In the beginning of June, the Holy See officially announced that Pope Francis will be visiting Mongolia from August 31st until September 4th. A month later, the Holy See Press Office published the program for this anticipated visit. Back in April 2023, Catholic Inform interviewed His Eminence Giorgio Cardinal Marengo regarding his own and his flock's expectations for the upcoming visit, how it will impact the lives of Catholics in Mongolia, and the reasons behind Pope Francis's keen attention to the Central Asian region. What can be expected from the papal visit to Mongolia?
Well, we are also very excited at the idea, but still waiting for the official communications from the Holy See. Of course, if ever this would take place, it will be a blessing for all of us, and our people are expecting that as an historical happening, because never a Roman pontiff visited Mongolia before, and it will really mean a lot for our Mongolian Catholic, who will feel the attention of the successor of Saint Peter for the universal church. So though we are small, though we are not much significant in society, we feel that the church, the universal church, is close to us, and we can also offer out of our poverty our experience in terms of evangelization, witnessing to gospel values. So we are all excited and thrilled at the idea.
How did the believers react to the news about the papal visit to Mongolia?
Well, they are still waiting because we told them that we still have to receive the official announcement. But of course, the media's talked about that, because the Holy Father mentioned already 3 times at least his wish to come to Mongolia. So we sent to the Holy Father at the occasion of his 10th anniversary of pontificate some 50 drawings made by children. And some were very cute, some were very small kids, so their drawings were a little bit funny, but some others, they were also quite artistically good. And we just received the answer of the Holy Father, saying that he was very grateful to receive the affection of the Mongolian Catholics. So there is a lot of expectation and excitement for this historical visit, of course.
How will the papal visit influence the life of the Catholic Church in Mongolia?
In case it will happen, it will be very important for the relations at the level of diplomatic good relations that are already existing. We have celebrated last year the 30th anniversary of those relations. And I think it will also help the larger society in Mongolia to figure out that the Catholic Church has something very unique. This uninterrupted tradition from our Lord Jesus Christ up to today, the organization, the structure of the Catholic Church, the fact that the successor of Saint Peter acknowledges the presence of the Church in this country, and also the fact that the Holy See values the role that Mongolia has in this geopolitical situation, being a democratic country with a tradition of respect and tolerance for all religious traditions. I think it will be very important and will help Mongolia to be more known internationally. So there are several aspects of this positive influence.
What were the impressions of the group of Catholics from Mongolia who participated in Pope Francis's visit to Kazakhstan?
They were very excited, actually. There were more than 10 people who came by car. So they traveled 4,000 kilometers to reach Astana, and it was for them the first ever experience of universality of the Church, and to see that not very far away from them, in the same great steppe, we have other faithful from Kazakhstan, from all the other Central Asian countries. And then, of course, the focus was the Holy Mass celebrated with the Holy Father. And for them, it was a very significant moment in their life. One of them was a catechumen, not yet baptized. And he's a young man, and he said, after the visit, we had a kind of sharing and evaluation, and each one was invited to share And he said, for me, this has been a life-changing experience, because by the fact that we lived this as a pilgrimage, they were praying the whole journey. Every hour in the car, they were praying the rosary, they were calling, because there were two cars and they were connected with a radio. So they were praying the rosary half and half in the two cars, and having the celebration, the daily Eucharist, and then moments of sharing. He said, it was a turning point in my life, because I felt that my decision to become a Catholic was the right one. Because I saw also the wider dimension of the Catholic Church, which for him was impossible before, because he lives in Mongolia, so he has a very limited experience. And because of the faith I've seen in other people like me, even young and men and women, and the presence of the Holy Father as the column of our faith, the one who guarantees for the faith to be true. And so it was a very positive experience for everybody.
Why do you think Pope Francis is giving so much attention to the Central Asian region, as evidenced by his recent visit to Kazakhstan?
I think we can refer to what he said to the ordinaries of Central Asia a few years back, maybe it was 2019 probably, when he said the church in Central Asia resembles to a small sprout of like a flower that is growing in the steppe. And it is a sign of love and the miracle of faith being witnessed to from one generation to another, like in Kazakhstan, even in the midst of difficult situations like persecutions, etc. And it is a sign of the fidelity of the Lord for His Church, the universal Church. The presence of the Catholic Church in these countries is usually quite discreet, not very big, but constant and faithful, and it has some quality that probably attracts also his attention in simplicity and in without making a lot of noise. The faithful in these countries are offering the universal church the beauty of our faith, manifested in the liturgy, in the service to the poor, in a sincere promotion of the gospel values in the society. So I think the Holy Father wants to highlight these dimensions.